Everyone asks me where I found a Challenger for 300 bucks. Where did you find a 39 pickup for 200 bucks? I didn't. They found me. People think I spend all day scrolling through Marketplace and looking on Auto Traders and on eBay, and I don't. These projects generally find me. I don't go looking for them. In fact, they weren't for sale at all. They were actually acquired through relationships. That's our subject today here on Talk About It Tuesday. Stick around. I'm Mike, and you're watching My Car Shop. There are direct deals and there are indirect deals, and most of the vehicles that I have were made through indirect deal. They were made through relationship. They weren't made through me being out searching and beating the bushes, but rather by being aware and frankly just me being me. As I said, the deals are indirect. They find you, and it's because people know you and they know what you do and they know who you are. They know that you're the one who would just as soon make something from scratch as buy it. So whether the part is available or not, they know Mike probably has a solution and an answer, and he has the skills to be able to do something that most other people can't do. That's not something you can do overnight. That's something that takes a lifetime. But my point in it is you can do that too. You can build that reputation and you can build those connections around you that will allow you the same opportunities that I've had. When people know your passion, when they notice your passion, when they know and notice your skill sets, they become aware, and they can't help but become aware of what's around them, and they connect the dots for you because Bob over there has a vehicle that is really junk and nobody's going to ever do anything with. And Mike over here, he fixes vehicles that are beyond repair. And Steve needs to tell Bob about Mike and say, Bob, rather than scrap that, why don't you give Mike a call? He might acquire that from you. He might buy it, or you could give it to him, and he could probably do something with that. And you could actually see something happen with that project before your life is done. Wouldn't that be cool? Now, here's my caveat. Here's my caution, and it's a big one. Do not use people. Always give more than you get. If people know you're only involved with them because of what you can get, they will smell that a mile away and they will run away. Be genuine. Be a giver. Go above and beyond. Those are very important things. And by all means, don't do it because there's something in it for you. Do it because that's the kind of person you choose to be. Will that reap a reward? Yes, but it's an indirect reward, and you're not doing it for that purpose. I can't emphasize that enough. Be genuine. Be real. Be the person that's got the skills. Develop that reputation of being that guy or that gal that they see that old rusted hunk of junk in the field and go, Mike could probably fix that. Or whatever your name is could probably fix that. That's the key here, because it's not about buying power. What we're talking about far exceeds that. It's about just being you, doing what you do, and just as a natural result. And again, I can't say this enough. Don't do this for the sake of what you can get. Do it to be a genuine person. Do it to be helpful. But there's a principle in the world that says what you sow, you will also reap. If you sow generosity and goodness and genuineness, you will also reap that. But you can't sow that in the hopes of, that I'm going to do that so that I'll get all this stuff. People will smell that a mile away. I can't emphasize that enough. But focus on you, focus on your skill sets, focus on being a genuine, helpful, giving person, and that will take care of itself as you move forward. I'm living proof of that. We've got 13 vehicles here that are here for the most part because of that very, very thing. But it's not just vehicles. It's everything. It's shop equipment. It's lathes. It's mills. It's sheet metal brakes. It's bandsaws. It's whatever equipment that you need in your shop. It's amazing what can fall in your lap when you're just open to it and people are aware of it, and they see something and they go, I bet Mike could use that in his shop. I bet Bob could use that in his shop. It's really hard to put this into words because it's so easy to become that jerk. It's so easy to become that user and that taker. Humility is everything. Be humble, be humble, be humble, be grateful, but be open. And don't be afraid to say, yeah, sometimes the most humbling thing is to receive something and just say thank you. That's more humbling sometimes than refusing to receive a gift. The gatekeepers in the hobby will always give you a million reasons why something can't be done, and they will make it unreachable for you. Here at My Car Shop, I'm here to tell you how it is reachable. It doesn't have to break the bank. There's plenty of creative ways, and the only thing stopping you from moving forward on what you want to accomplish is your belief that you can't. Do you know that the moment you say, I can't, is the moment you don't? I've said that 100 times. I will say it 1,000 times. Possibility thinking, thinking outside the box. We've got guys on the channel. I know a guy out in Colorado who works on his car in his driveway, even in the winter. He doesn't even have a shop. He's in his 70s. Okay, so if he can do it, you can too. There's no excuses. It's about how driven you are and how much you want to do it, and be willing to put in the time, spend a lifetime acquiring skills, spend a lifetime acquiring the equipment, whatever it is you need to do. But remember, don't think the first thing you have to do is spend money. You don't. The first thing you have to do is open yourself up, be humble, and be willing to receive. Once you do that and you become that giver and you become that guy who's always going above and beyond and willing to help other people, and people know your skill sets, you will be the first person that comes to mind when they run across something that they know you can actually do something with that nobody else could. First thing is to stop looking at your phone and start looking at the community around you. Be the person that everybody knows is, I'm not going to throw that away. Mike can probably use that on his project. I've got a lot of parts up in the warehouse of that very thing. I've got another set of fenders for this Challenger that my neighbor gave me because he said he was just going to junk them. I might as well bring them down to Mike because he can probably use them. And that's just one example of many. Be that resourceful person. Be that person that everybody thinks of when there's an opportunity there that nobody else knows what to do with. Full transparency here. This is a hard episode for me to do. It really is, because it can be so easily misconstrued in I'm just being very manipulative and deceitful and deceiving people. I hope that the people who really know me will testify that that I'm genuine. And if I'm not, I hope those people that really know me will get in my face and say, Mike, stop being a jerk. You're using people. I really don't believe that's true, but it's something I'm very concerned about. Always. I'm not looking for people to come down in the comments and stroke my ego and tell me how wonderful I am. That's not what I'm looking for, okay? I genuinely desire to be genuine, and this has been a harder episode to do than I thought it would be. But yet, if I'm going to share transparently how I've gotten where I'm at here in the hobby and on the channel, but I've been doing this since I was 15, so for dang near 45 years, that's part of it. And we're here to go against the grain. We're here to tell you some different approaches and realize that I'm not anything special. It's just that I've built relationships throughout my life that have provided me with opportunities that a lot of other people wouldn't. I mean, this happened to me even when I was in high school. I had somebody give me a 1978 Aspen RT that just needed a little bit of work. And I was able to drive that car when I was in college because she knew it was sitting behind a garage. Nothing was going to happen with it. She gave it to me because she knew I could do something with it. So it's nothing new for me. It's how I've lived my entire life. But I felt like this Talk About It Tuesday episode, it needed to be sharing that with you to say, if you're a young guy or gal, get out there, get after it, get passionate about it, start doing it, become that person that people are aware of. They're excited to see what is he or she working on now. You'll become that person in their mind, and they will provide you and bring you opportunities you never dreamed possible. All right. Whew, this is a rough one. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And I'm just going to stop there. Okay, thanks. We'll catch you on the next time. Don't forget, it is important.